Welcome to day 4. Your homework is page 23 and 24. In this video, we're going to do the warm-up. We're going to go over homework, and I'm going to explain to you an activity you'll be doing on your own and then turning in for a 3-point classwork grade that will be graded for correctness. And then your homework is a separate assignment that you will have tonight. So if you could pause the video right now, do the warm-up. When you hit play, it'll ask you to submit your response. So go ahead and pause it now. All right, so slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. I'm going to choose to start with my y value of 7 minus my y value of 5. Since I started with 7, I got to start with its x value of negative 3 minus the x value of 6. This will give us 2 over negative 9, so negative 2/9 is our slope. Moving over to the homework, we wanted the equation of the line between the 2 points. So do what we just did in the warm-up, change in y over change in x, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, we get negative 7/8 for the slope. So do y equals negative 7/8 x plus b. Then take either your points to sub in for x and y. I chose to do the first point. So I put negative 2 in for x, I put 4 in for y, and I worked to get b by itself, and that was b was 9/4. So then fill that back into the equation. So you have negative 7/8 x plus 9/4. Your final answer should have x and y into it. B was a follow-up of this. We wanted the perpendicular bisector. So flip and negate your slope to get the perpendicular slope, and that's how we got 8/7. For the midpoint, add your x's, divide by 2. Add your y's, divide by 2. So we get 2 1/2 for the midpoint. Take our y equals 8/7 x plus b. We'll sub in our x and our y. Work to get b by itself. You get negative 25/14. So that'll be y equals 8/7 x minus 25/14 for our final equation. For perpendicular bisector, first find the slope. Between the points, we got negative 1/4. Flip it and negate it, so that's positive 4 over 1, or in other words, 4. Find your midpoint. So add your x's, divide by 2. Add your y's, divide by 2. We get 4 negative 5/2. So then we'll do y equals 4x plus b. We'll fill in our x and y so that we can solve for b, which is negative 37/2. Or you might have had it as negative 18.5. That's fine as well because it's a terminating decimal. So we then get y equals 4x minus either 37/2 or minus 18.5, whichever you chose to use. So they give us the coordinates of our midpoint, so we have that. From f to m, the slope will be the same as the f to the midpoint. So we can just use our slope, our f point and our midpoint to calculate our slope, and then flip and negate it to get the perpendicular slope. So our perpendicular slope is 3. So we'll use y equals 3x plus b. We'll sub in our x and y from our midpoint. That gives us b is negative 9, so you have y equals 3x minus 9. All right, so what you're going to be doing as your in-class activity on your own is you're going to be working on packet pages 21 and 22. So if you could flip there right now in your packets. These 2 pages you're going to upload, and it's going to be graded for correctness. It's going to be a grade out of 3 points. Now, if we were in class, all of us, you'd be sitting with someone and doing it, but we're going to explain to you how you'll do the activity by doing it just on your own. So on page 21, you're going to have a my point and you're going to have a partner's point. If your birthday is in January, February, or March, you're going to be the reds. If your birthday is in April or May, you're going to be the greens, the second row there. The third row, the blues, is going to be if your birthday is in June, July, or August. The purple boxed ones are going to be September, October birthdays, and November, December birthdays are going to be in yellow. So the column on the left, you're going to put in my point at the top, and the third column there for your color, that's going to be your partner's point. So on every question, you'll then just carry down, write your my point and partner's point one, and then that's what you will use going through all of them. So again, find the birthday month for you, see which color it is. You'll use the my point as the one on the left, and then the partner's point, the one in the third column there. And then you'll do each of the things that they ask for. Use your notes from class if you are stuck on any of them. Now, one thing I want to point out in question 5 on page 22. If you had been with a partner, we would have you discuss this. But why don't we just have you make the partner's point be person A? So where it says person blank there, why don't you go ahead and fill in A in that spot? And why don't you just make my point person B, since you won't have an actual partner to discuss and decide who's who. So we'll have partner's point be A, my point be person B. So as soon as this video's, as I'm done in a couple seconds here, you'll work through this. It'll be an in-class graded assignment. You'll take a picture, upload it. Make sure you upload it on Schoology to the Unit 11 Day 4 in-class assignment, not the homework. Tonight you do have a regular homework assignment. Okay, that's the next 2 pages after this. Upload that by tomorrow. If you have any questions, feel free to pop in at office hours and ask them.